I don't think this has anything to do with the lawsuit. Whether or not, I don't think this has anything to do with the lawsuit, because it's not like this is making a political statement from an individual person. This is somebody putting something, so they could say, hey, this is just art, right? I think, me personally, and I could be wrong, I think this is absolutely positively people at Disney saying, screw all the BS, we going back to being just a family show, and this isn't family material. Shouts out to the Bigot Army with the raid. I love every last one of y'all. Shouts out to y'all. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. Let's continue.
They want to pretend as if they are as, bipartisan as possible, so that when they do go to Discovery, they can say, well, listen, we learned from this. We're doing this, that, whatever. They don't really care about the backlash because they've been doing this forever. Also, Donald Trump getting elected obviously has now swayed them to go in a certain direction. They're now working with Elon Musk again and advertising on X. So it's a whole bunch of hypocrisy. But now that you have a little bit of context, let's actually play the clip. Now, I need you guys to understand, this is a unreleased TV show. Most likely, this video is going to get copyrighted. So I suggest sharing out this video as fast as you can before Disney eventually takes down my video. Even though...
Before we even get into that part, we got super chats coming in. Shouts out to Bio T Wolf with the $2 super chat. He says, Bigot Army raid, clapping your cheeks. Pause. I appreciate you, Don DeMarco. Shouts out to that man, Seen and Heard. Love from the Bigot Army. I appreciate you for stopping by, my friend. We in here. It's funny. I heard y'all was in here talking about this, and here we are talking about the same thing.
We are just going to react to it and whatever. At the end of the day, this is unreleased footage that got released by some employee that posted it on their YouTube channel. It's absolutely insane. And it goes to show that there are people fighting at Disney, right? People are fighting at Disney. They are tired of this shit. They don't want to deal with this nonsense, and they are doing everything they can to fight against it. Or even if it's not someone fighting, then you got to admit that there's some turmoil, right? Because it could have been some rogue LGBTQ employee that's like, what do you mean you don't want to release our story? I'm going to release it anyway. So it could go either way. But here, let's play this clip, and I'm going to break it up. I got to pause often to try to avoid copyright as much as I possibly can. But trust me, it's cringe. I also have the subtitles on the bottom. Here we go.
Come on, let us out.
But we did everything right.
No, we didn't. It's like creepy hologram Greer said. To get out, you must follow my rules. I'm trans. My very existence breaks Greer's rules.
Wait a minute. Did you really think black women was going to watch this and have empathy? Do you not know anything about black women? Actual black women? Black women are some of the most homophobic motherfuckers on the planet, man. White people are far more accepting to the trans shit than black people are.
So right off the bat, you already know where this is going, right? Just from that statement alone, I'm trans, I break all the rules, Like, this is such a narcissistic thing, and the fact that it's being put into a kid's TV show, this is very Disney. I'm glad that at the top here, considering it's unreleased, they have the pieces here that showcase property of Disney TVA. I'm glad, because that way people know that, yeah, this is Disney. This is their property. This is what they want to influence your kids with, and this is what they want to constantly push out there for everybody to see. Let's continue.
I disagree with that. I think there's certain people at Disney. See, I'm going to stay consistent on what I've always said. Yes, it's all about agendas. The question is, I think Disney operates just like America. There's people in the company who have a red agenda and the people in the company who have a blue agenda. I just think depending on who has the most, it's going to depend on who's silent. So if there's more people with the blue agenda, the people with the red agenda got to hide. And I think as America becomes more and more red, Disney, the people at Disney with the red agenda are starting to become more bold. So when they come in here and they see this shit, hey, boy, if you don't get this shit the fuck out of here, it's whoever made this, about 8 Disney employees who have red agendas jumped on their ass like, Fight back. Because ain't no way. Ain't no way. Let's continue.
Which means, as long as I'm a member of this team, we'll never escape. This is all my fault.
So we got the guilt tripping, we got the trans blaming against the Avengers of retards over here. And also, you guys notice
My guy said the Avengers of retards.
something? Look at her knee pads. Rainbow knee pads. Because, of course, it's impossible for somebody who's gay to just be fucking normal. It's impossible, right? According to Disney, they got to be full rainbow geared out. That's the only way some...
Hey, if you're in the bigot army and you stopped by, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Shouts out to your boy. We hurting over here.
Somebody can be gay. This is why the Japanese do gay stories so much better than the West. Because if you look at their gay characters, they're just normal people. They're completely normal people. And when they make these characters, they make them interesting. They make them fun to watch. Whereas...
Cause Japanese, they be making some gay ass characters. They be making some gay characters. And you barely notice because they don't talk about it. Not that they don't talk about it. It's you know that they're gay, but it's like it's not their entire personality.
You have the West who's like, here, have a rainbow. Here's another rainbow. Clearly you like rainbows, right? Here's more rainbows. This is what they do. They really try to drive this moment home, right? They try to drive the emotion.
Is this person in the middle supposed to be Asian? Of course there's no white people there. Of course. What? Hey, yo, Toxin says, yeah, like Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, that boy was definitely flicker the wrist. Who else? Who are some very obviously gay anime characters that we know about? Very obviously gay. I'm trying to think. I don't watch as much anime as you guys do, so you got to give me some grace. Shouts out to everybody in the chat. Holy, it's a lot of y'all. I love the Big Army.
And, look at this heartbroken trans person. Look at this. Drive it home. There's those rainbow knee pads up close. You got to love it. And, of course, her name is Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, you don't have to bottle this up and take it on all alone.
It's just, how many doors?
This is probably a non-binary
How many
dude.
doors do I have to break through until they stop locking me out?
You cannot make this shit up.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
How many doors do I have to? It's ma'am! How many doors do I have? It's ma'am! How many doors do I have to break through? I'm so tired. Every time that motherfucker busts through a door, it's ma'am! It's ma'am! It's ma'am! Stop it. Stop it.
I'm so tired.
How many doors do we have to break through for them to stop locking us out?
Hold on. I got a better question. If this is a trans character, who voiced her? Huh? Who did you get an actual trans character to voice this character? I bet money you didn't. I bet any amount of money that they grifted and did not get an actual trans person to play this character because that voice sounds extremely feminine. Highly suspicious behavior here.
I mean, Jesus Christ. And then you wonder why they deleted this episode and they didn't want people to know about this episode. You wonder why. Because it's obvious, right? This is heavy-handed political messaging. This is 100% propaganda. There's no doubt about it. You can't even pretend as if this is a story about whatever at this point. I mean, it is obviously propaganda and it's meant to be that.
And let us support you the way you support us.
I don't want to make my problems yours. I don't want to be a burden.
That's exactly how I felt when I asked people to use different pronouns for me. Was that?
Who can? Which one of y'all guessed it? Which one of y'all guessed it? Which one of y'all said? Somebody in the chat said it. Somebody said, I bet you. I can't remember who said it in the chat. Somebody said the Asian motherfucker was probably using pronouns. Somebody said, I can't put it. It's too many comments. Lord have mercy.
That a burden?
Of course not.
Yes,
Exactly.
it was. Yes, it was. It was a burden. Absolutely. For
Hold
those
on.
of you who
Let me
are
go back.
curious,
Let me go
I mean,
back.
Jesus Christ. And then you wonder why they deleted this episode and they didn't want people to know about this episode. You wonder why. Because it's obvious, right? This is heavy-handed political messaging. This is 100% propaganda. There's no doubt about it. You can't even pretend as if this is a story about whatever at this point. I mean, it is obviously propaganda and it's meant to be that.
Then let us support you the way you support us.
I don't want to make my problems yours. I don't want to be a burden.
That's exactly how I felt when I asked people to use different pronouns for me. Was that a burden?
Of course not.
Yes,
Exactly.
it was. Yes, it was. It was a burden. Absolutely. For those of you who are curious, it is a fucking burden. It is a burden for someone to run around and change up their pronouns all the time and expect the entire world to adhere to their nonsensical usage of pronouns as titles. Yes, it is a burden. It is annoying as shit. Yes, it is.
Most people.
It's definitely a burden by definition because I have to think about. I have to go through, even if you're a trans friend or a non-binary friend, I have to go through at least 20 plus years of knowing what pronouns are and what they mean and how to use them. And now I got to rearrange how I think because of you. Yeah, definitely a burden. Even if I don't want you to feel negatively about it, you're definitely a burden.
But we're happy to step up.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't. You're absolutely lying. Most people were happy. The country has proven that that is a lie.
Yeah, Brooke.
Let us step up for you.
Yeah, Brooke. We're here.
This is such a...
Bet you that door's still gonna remain locked though. Holy.
The American point of view. Isn't that incredible? This is what I love about this, right? So they utilize people of all different races and backgrounds, but at the end of the day, the ideology that's being showcased on screen right now is mostly a Western ideology for the most part, right? So you're looking at this and you're like, oh, wow, everybody of all different races, cultures, and backgrounds is amazing. Yeah, it doesn't work like this. I guarantee you
No,
4 out of the 5 people.
It don't work like that at all. I guarantee you most black women, and maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just live in my own personal bubble where, you know, I don't know. But I don't know any black women who out here moving around letting their kids watch something like this. As a matter of fact, I have a Facebook full of black women, and they be pointing out stuff like this. Every now and again, you get that one weirdo black woman who hates men, and she likes to do the, you know, the scissoring thing, and she's all about the rainbows and stuff like that. But that's few and far in between. Okay, sorry. It is what it is. Most black women not rocking with this. Disney did the right thing by making sure that this did not hit the airwaves. Unfortunately, they was not able to stop this employee for uploading this. Now, I absolutely positively wonder what was the motive, right, behind what was the motive behind releasing this, right? What was that motive? That's confusing to me. Are you an LGBTQ employee and you wanted people to see what Disney was trying to hide? You couldn't have thought it was going to be anything positive. Most people was going to celebrate this. Or were you trying to expose Disney for secretly trying to, you know, indoctrinate people's kids? It's nasty work. It's nasty work, okay?
Oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.